Matt Popchock here with Robert Morris women's hockey head coach Paul Colontino, entering his 6th season with the program, and he had the daunting task of naming some team captains recently: Amanda Pantaleo, Brittany Howard, and Catherine Murphy. Can you tell us just a little bit about what kind of went into that process and what makes those three such good picks for the captaincies?
Well, we're lucky enough that the decision is extremely tough when it comes to naming captains, because truthfully, we have a great senior core where all of them are literally great leaders. We've got juniors and we've got sophomores even that step up from leadership roles. So for the coaching staff, the decision's extremely tough when you're trying to just say, not to say pick three, but narrow it down. And for us, over the course of a player's career, it's that 4-year career that you weigh things on, and they progress, and by the time they get to being seniors or juniors, we work to really narrow down who those captains might be. So it's really a 4-year process, I think, if you want to know in a nutshell, more or less.
And the attention being paid to what you guys are doing here is really starting to pick up. The USCHO preseason poll comes out. The USA Hockey Magazine preseason poll comes out. Both had Robert Morris at number 10 nationally coming into the season. In the case of the USCHO poll, that was the first preseason top 10 ranking of any kind in the history of the women's program. What does it mean to have that kind of attention on you going in, and how are the players handling it?
I think they're handling it okay. Sometimes I think they don't even pay attention, or it doesn't faze them, and that's, truthfully, it's a good thing. It's a preseason poll. Doesn't mean a whole lot. People are kind of guessing, speculating from last year, maybe with the new incoming freshmen. Everybody's looking at different teams and trying to really just speculate how good somebody might be. So it's a nice feather in your cap, as they say. But the proof is in the pudding. So when we start playing games, I think that's when the polls really start to matter, because you start proving yourself.
And speaking of feathers in the cap, another one with the release of the CHA coaches poll out recently. Robert Morris picked to win the conference this year. They get 5 of 6 first place votes, and we asked some of the players about that recently. I got to pick your brain a little bit, because you are a CHA coach, the reigning CHA coach of the year for that matter. You get to vote in this thing, so maybe put on your analyst hat a little bit and tell us what you think of the conference this year.
Well, hey, it's gonna be tough. It's an excellent year, I think, for CHA hockey coming in. You got Syracuse returning a lot of players, some great freshmen coming in. Mercyhurst doing the exact same thing. Penn State's got a new head coach. That always sparks some energy into a team. Lindenwood coming off of a strong finish last year in terms of getting to the semifinals in the CHA playoffs. And then RIT has a knack for just always doing their thing. They're a great, gritty, tough team, and they win games. So when you try and pick, who's first, who's last, in all honesty, sometimes you feel like you could, pull a team out of a hat and they could be first, because the one thing I think the CHA really prides itself on and we're known for is it's a tough defensive league. We don't have a ton of scoring throughout our league because teams play very tough defensively, and there's not a lot of real estate on the ice. So to get picked, with the first place votes, hey, that's awesome, that's great, but you got to start playing. That's just preseason polls, so great, but we're going to move on and wait till we start playing.
Well, you get one more chance at least to relive the thrills of last year's historic season. As we tape this, you guys are getting ready for the CHA postseason championship ring ceremony. It's going to be here at the Hat Trick Club this approaching Friday. You're going to be there. University Brass is going to be there. The players are going to be there. What is it going to mean to you to get those rings and to be there with everybody looking on?
Oh, it's great. You know what? It's an experience for our players. Some of our seniors are able to come back and join us, which is what you want. And I guess additionally, the timing of it is perfect in the sense that it puts closure on last year's season, in the sense we have our first exhibition game the next day, Saturday. So we are literally wrapping everything up in terms of last year's season and what we did. And we're starting fresh the next morning, Saturday morning, with a brand new season, brand new set of goals. And for our returning players, they have a nice little reminder on their finger for what they're playing for this upcoming season. So it's exciting, should be a lot of fun.
And that was a perfect segue into my final question. You can tell he's done one or two of these before. Exhibition game coming up Saturday against Ryerson, again here on the island in Colonials Arena. It's a 7:05 p.m. puck drop on Saturday night. The lone exhibition contest before you start playing for real and trying to live up to those expectations in a couple of weeks. Preseason hockey is so much about fine-tuning one's game and getting ready for the grind of the full season. What are some of the things that you're looking to build on and work on and tweak as you get ready for that exhibition contest?
Can I just say everything?
You may.
All right. Now we are literally trying to touch on everything in terms of our special teams, our 5-on-5 play, offensive play, defensive play. The summer is often for whatever reason, a long period where everybody seems to forget what makes you successful going into the following year. So throughout the practice week here, we've really just tried to touch on everything, do some fine tuning, and when you get to that exhibition game, that's when, in truth, it really shows you what you need to work on. What things came back naturally over the summer, what things we forgot, and then just what areas were weak in that we need to get stronger. And so that's what that's all about, getting the kinks out, having some fun. And for the players, it's a long summer of not playing games, so they're just jacked up and excited to get on the ice, throw the jersey on, and play some Colonial hockey.
And we will soon find out what the 17-18 Colonials are made of indeed. Here in the meantime with head coach Paul Colontino. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.